Well, hello there. It's Breeda Miller. Welcome to Take a Break Before You Break. And, this is the last Take a Break of 2020. Thank you. Have you ever wished for an end of a year more than this year? I don't think that anyone has. So, I've been thinking about a lot, and this has been just such a struggle and such a hard time. And a lot of time has been spent focusing on all that we've missed, all that we've lost, how hard it's been, so many losses for so many families. And I acknowledge that and I honor that. But then I stopped and I thought, okay, Miss Silver Linings, can you dig deep? Can you find the good? Can you find the blessings or the gifts of this year? So I made a list. It's a short list, okay? Because who's kidding who? This has just been a really hard time. But even in hard times, we can find blessings and we can find goodness. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, my 5 gifts of 2020. So the first one is the gift of time. As a speaker, I spent a lot of time traveling, and I loved it, and it was exciting, but I was always packing or preparing or going to the airport or driving or doing different things to get to places to be there. And then all of a sudden, it stopped. And all of a sudden, I'm home, I have all this time, and all I have to worry about is being present. And fortunately, I could do an awful lot of things through the magic of video. So I'm grateful for that. But the gift of time, to be able to just be. The other thing is, with the gift of time, is the magic word of pause. And I guess that's what I want to think the entire year 2020 was about, which was pausing our life. And maybe that's a really good thing, that we didn't cancel our holidays. We didn't cancel birthdays and anniversaries and Halloween or Christmas. We had to do them differently. And we put a pause on our family traditions. I'm hopeful that we can get back to that good stuff next year. But think how sweet that will be. Think how wonderful it will be to be able to gather and to be together. And we won't take for granted all the different things that we missed during this pause. So 1 is time and pause. Number 2 is resourcefulness. Apart from looking for being resourceful about finding toilet paper, there were so many other ways that we needed to be resourceful. Those of us who weren't used to cooking all day, every day, and thinking about what to cook and where to get the ingredients and how to manage that, how to be entertained, how to live with the people that you live with every day and not really be able to see anyone else. That took some resourcefulness, some creativity about ways to enjoy ourselves. And I saw pictures of families that were setting up drive-in movie theaters without the driving part in their backyards with sheets hung up outside and projecting movies and people sitting on blankets, families watching movies, people just finding new ways to do things so that they could be safe. And that's being resourceful, it's being creative and being able to solve problems. And that's a gift. And I think it's good to know that about yourself. How did you find ways to cope? How did you find ways to entertain yourself, to stay sane, to stay healthy, and to stay together while we are needing to stay apart? So resourcefulness is number 2. The second one is essentials. And I'm not talking about essential oils, although I know many people love them. But what is essential? Think about how many things just went to the wayside that you used to do automatically, that you used to buy all the time, that used to consume your time, and now you're realizing, it's not really essential. Like lipstick, right? We're wearing masks when we go out. I have to tell you, it's quite wonderful that I could, the luxury of throwing a hat on and sunglasses and a mask and going to the market to grab a few things because no one would recognize me. And it was fabulous. The neat, just how essential comfy pants are and nice slippers with support. Okay? So my list of essentials have changed so much in the last year. I don't know about yours, but it's funny to stop and think about all the things that we used to do, that we thought we had to do, that we couldn't live without, and now we're finding new ways. And our list of essentials has changed, and many of them are so good that I hope that those things stay that way even when we get back to, I don't even want to call it our normal life because who knows what normal's going to look like, but let's say an ordinary life where we didn't have to take so many precautions. And when we're walking out the door, now we say, mask, phone, keys, wallet, what else? Remember the head, shoulders, knees, and toes? I can't think of it. I'm foggy today. Anyway, who would think that we would have not only masks, but we would have an assortment of them, and we could decide which one we were going to wear on any given day for any given outing. So essentials is number 3. Number 4, what I'm grateful for is expertise. I love my hairdresser. She's good. I appreciate that she's a professional and she knows what to do with this mop of hair that I really appreciate. But more importantly, I appreciate the doctors and the nurses and the healthcare workers who, they're on the front lines, and they are there to care for us, regardless of whether they think we've made good choices or bad choices, whether we have been mindful and done different things. So I'm so grateful for the scientists who have worked in an incredible way to develop these vaccines, because they put aside all kinds of competition and all kinds of impediments that have been there, and governments and for-profit pharmaceutical companies and research scientists at universities came together to solve this problem. And now we are on the threshold. We're right there. We have vaccines. They have been proven. They apparently are safe. People are in line to get them. Now we just have to be patient. And the expertise of those folks, I'm so grateful for. I'm grateful for people who work in government, who were experts who worked at our polls, who were there to ensure the safety of our election. I'm grateful for leaders who stepped up, who said, we are going to care for the people. We are going to find ways to support people. And I'm looking forward to more of that. And I'm grateful for those who were there and who put aside their own personal needs or ambitions or whatever, and just did what needed to be done to care for people during this pandemic. And finally, I am grateful for the idea and the knowledge of the importance of self-care. Some people think that self-care was, it's a nice to have. It's not. It's a must-have. You have to take a break before you break, because if you're a wreck, you're not going to be able to care for anyone else. And then who's going to take care of them, much less take care of you? So you owe it to yourself to know your body, to know your limits, to find ways to nurture your soul, your heart, your mind, and your body, to take care of yourself. And we will move forward into 2021. I hope that we can close the door, slam the door. Okay, I know, I shouldn't use such strong words. On 2020 and say, bye-bye, as my friend Molly said so well, bye-bye, we're done. It's been real bad, but we're glad that 2020 is just about in the rearview mirror, and I'm hopeful and optimistic, cautiously optimistic, that we're going to get there, that 2021 is going to be a year of growth, of change, of priorities, and of people perhaps really appreciating what they have and not just missing what they've lost. So I look forward to seeing you in the new year, and I want to thank you for sharing this time with me. You helped me so much. When the pandemic broke out and I did these Breeda Breaks every day for 53 days, you were there. And I appreciate your comments and the shares and the likes and all that good stuff. So I'm going to keep it up, not as regularly as I have. I have a few interesting projects in the works. But if you'd like to see other Breeda Breaks and other inspirational videos, check out my YouTube channel. It's breedatv.com. And I'll see you back here very soon. In the meantime, enjoy this week and have a very, very safe and very happy New Year. Take care.